Guys, please don't tell them say you go left when you get the experience. Tell them say you go stay, because if you tell them say you go left, you're not gonna get the job. Hey YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. For today we'll be talking about registered nurse interview questions, right? So in my last video I talked about nursing student interview questions. So this video we're going to tackle the registered nurse interview questions, right? So if you're new to the channel, this is a channel where we do nursing videos, lifestyle and daily vlogs. Daily vlogs are gonna come up very soon. Lifestyle videos are gonna come very soon. But for now, just all the nursing video them. Me will make get like a fun and enjoyment when me done break down everything for now. So the next topic after this, we're gonna talk about money. So please, y'all, stay tuned for the next video. Big up to all of the nursing students that I've seen in the clinical area. Nice meeting you, and I'm glad that people are actually recognizing me from YouTube. Actual nurses are shouting out to me and telling me, yo, I watch your channel. I appreciate y'all so much, and I feel so proud to know that since I've started my YouTube channel, I've been growing a little platform here where people come on and watch me. And some people tell me they even benefit from my videos. They tell me they actually didn't understand the Maslow acronym before, or they didn't understand how to prioritize, and they watch my video and they understand how to do it now. I really appreciate you guys, and I thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my channel. Keep on doing that, and if you're new to the channel, ensure that you hit the subscribe button, okay? But anyways, let's get right into the video. So registered nurse interview questions. So for the nursing student interview questions, some of the questions might be similar, but we're going to talk about the job a little bit more, if you get what I'm saying. So the first thing that they will ask you is, where did you train as a nurse? Most times they're going to ask this because they want to know which facilities you're familiar with. They want to know if you trained at the Cornwall Regional Hospital, if you trained at the Falmouth Hospital, if you trained at KPH, if you trained at UWI. They want to know where you trained. They also might ask you, why did you want to become a nurse? That might be the first question, and probably it might be in the order that I put it. Why did you want to become a nurse? Y'all like my chain? Sorry I didn't show y'all. It's from Amazon. I might put a picture or whatever, but I bought it on Amazon. I don't think I paid more than $20 for it, but yeah. anyways guys, so they're gonna want to know where you train, because of course they want to know where you have been before. Like if you went to Bellevue, those specialized places that not all nurses get to experience. They want to know where you have been, so they can better steer the interview and know where to ask the questions and so on and so forth. So the next thing that they're gonna ask you is, what was your best rotation in nursing school? Like, which area is your strongest area? Because of course they're going to want to know where to rotate you. And in asking what was the best rotation, they might ask you like, what type of nurse do you want to become? Like your 5-year plan or career. Where do you see a career in the next 5 years? They might want to ask you those things. So being that they're going to ask you which was your best rotation, they will know what type of nurse you want to become, or they might further ask you like what type of nurse you want to be, basically. So I told them that my best rotation was maternity nursing. However, I do not want to be a maternity nurse. I really want to be in the OR. I want to be the nurse that puts you under, basically. I want to be a certified registered nurse anesthetist. Yes, I know you need a lot of experience to do so, but I see where my hospital is basically putting me in the different places that will help me to arrive at my goal. So being a certified registered nurse anesthetist, you have to have emergency room training, operating theater training, and you might have to be in the intensive care unit as well. So I think that is the next place that I'm supposed to go to. I'm not sure, but those are the 3 places that I know. And you need to have experience with other areas such as maternity nursing, mental health nursing, because of course you're going to get different persons to put under. So they're going to want to know what type of nurse you want to be and your best rotation, because they want to know where exactly to place you. So yeah, that's a good question to look out for, and ensure that you have a good answer for it. And you know they're gonna ask you why you chose that area, why it was your best area, and you know they probably might ask you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years. Yeah. This question that I know they will ask you is like some scenarios, some nursing related scenarios or medical questions. So when I was in my interview, they asked me like, what would I do if a patient is loud and angry about something? So I basically told them how to de-escalate conflict. I told them that I would go there and I would, you know, make sure say me safe, number 1. And the next thing that I would do is lower my tone, not to match their tone, because if they're shouting, I can't be shouting as well. So I would match their tone, ask the relevant questions. What is the issue? How may I help you? Then allow them to explain the issue, and then I will come up with a solution, try to de-escalate the issue, and then I try to fix it as best as possible. Because you know, as a professional, you have to know how to conduct yourself and also how to assist the customers or the patients in order to, you know, resolve their issues. If they have any problems there, you have to know how to assist them and so forth. So yeah, they did ask me that scenario. So be prepared to answer some medical questions if they feel like they want to ask you. They can ask you anything medical or nursing related. So just be prepared to answer anything. And I don't feel like they're going to ask you anything like hard that you can't answer. So just be prepared. It's not going to be anything too tough. So don't be, you know, afraid to say that, okay, they're going to ask you to calculate this and you don't know how to calculate in your head. Like, sis, you're not that serious. Or sir, you're not that serious. Trust me. But anyways, I feel like nursing school is the hardest part of nursing. And also when you start to work as an actual nurse, like, you're gonna feel like when you were a student you need to do nothing. Like when I used to go to school, like I usually get 1 patient in year 2, 2 patients in year 3, and 3 patients in year 4, 4 patients or 5 patients. So I used to feel like 3 patients was a lot, because I mean, how am I gonna care for 3 patients, do everything, write care plan, all of that? I mean, now in the nursing world, I don't really write care plans, but of course, in my mind, I have the care plans like up there. So if it is that, you know, I want to do something to help the patient, I mean, I know exactly what to do. The patient oxygen low, the first thing that I do is wind up the head of the bed. Tell the patient to do deep breathing exercises. You know, every single thing that's on the care plan, it's up here. So I don't really have to write it. But, and however, do not go into the nursing world feeling as if you won't book up on an opportunity to write one. If you go to work one day, you feel like you want to write one, you write one, no problem. And if you go home and you feel like, okay, I saw something today and I didn't know what it was, just try to go home and research it, or research it right there. Because I mean, you're never too big to learn, and in nursing I know that you cannot know everything. So just bear that in mind, right? The next thing that they might ask you is, when are you able to start the job? I mean, interviews are just conversations that persons that have already gotten the job have with their interviewer. So you basically get the work, right? So them I go ask you when you can start, and from me hear the when you can start part, no matter which job, you probably have gotten the job. So what I said was, you know, the next available date I'll be able to start as soon as possible at your request. Like, me need the work. So basically, after I told them, they told me about my compensation package, all the allowances. They told me about uniform, what type of uniform I would wear. They told me about the projected date that I would start. They told me everything basically in the interview. The only thing I needed to know was like the deep little nitty gritty something them, where you know, like when you start, you would be orientated to all of those things. So yeah, the interview for me went well, and of course I did get the job. But you know, sometimes it's good to have pointers, because before I went into that interview room, I wish that somebody was on YouTube telling me like what to expect, what would be spoken about in the room. Like I would like to know. I would have liked knowing at that time like what I should expect. So for your nursing interview, there are other miscellaneous things that they might ask you. So they want to know about your background, and this might be the first part of the interview, as well as it might be the last part or in between. So they might ask you about your family. Who do you live with? Basically, your living situation, who you live with, where your parents are. They might ask you these questions, and this is the best grounds for them to ask you if you're going to leave the island after you get your experience. Guys, please don't tell them say you're going to left when you get the experience. Tell them say you're going to stay, because if you tell them say you're going to left, you're not going to get the job. Not that I've heard that somebody lost their opportunity to get the job if they said yes, but most persons actually say no, because I mean, being on the outside, not coming in yet, you're not going to know like how the system is. When you get in, you will definitely know. And you are an adult, you have your degree, you should be able to decide your mind whether or not you want to get the job and to get your experience and leave. It's your decision. So don't let them discourage you from leaving. However, just tell them that you're not leaving, because me feel like them are gonna try sabotage you and not give you the job. And if I did me want to know if you're gonna leave, because I want to know if you're gonna be valuable to my institution, and if you're gonna just take the experience and leave. Because if you're gonna take the experience and leave, I'm not give you the job. I would have been spiteful. I have to put myself in a for them shoes. Anyways, there are some other miscellaneous things. Let me just check. Alright, so they're gonna wanna know where you live. If you live in Montego Bay, if you live in Falmouth, if you live in Ocho Rios, if you live in Hanover, Westmoreland. So they're gonna wanna know how long is it gonna take you to get to work, and if it's gonna be the best hospital location for you to work at, because you know there are other hospitals in that specific region or in our region that you can work instead of coming to this hospital. So they're gonna, you know, scan through all of those to ensure that you're the best candidate to get the job, right? They're gonna also ask you if you drive, if you have reliable transportation, because when you get here or get to the hospital, sometimes they do have like opportunities where you can be on call, like you work in a specialized area and they have you on call. So for example, if the shift is short or anything like that, they can call on you and say, okay, Miss Nurse Britt, can you please report for a 2 o'clock shift because the evening shift is short? You know, those type of persons are reliable. And if you have a reliable transportation and them call you and say come, you can reach in no time, right? You make extra money doing that as well. So who would want some extra money, right? The next thing that they will ask you is how will you make it to work? And that ties in with if you drive or how you will make it there. So yeah, they're gonna want to know all of those things, because they want to know if you're gonna be a late person, if you're gonna be on time, if you will be able to get to work on time every day, basically. So those are the questions that I think that they might ask you in your interview. And if you have your interview coming up, all the best to you. If you are just a student, you know, scanning around on YouTube, hi. I have other nursing videos, so just check the nursing series. It's a whole playlist there with all of the nursing related videos that I have created on my channel, so please just check it out. In the next video, I don't know if I said it before, in the next video we'll be talking a little bit about money, because everybody knows that the nurses pay is a hot topic right now. So I want to share like a few little, you know, hints about, you know, the nursing compensation package right now. right? So thank you all so much for watching my channel. Ensure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Ensure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please and thank you. Ensure that you share it to your friend. Ensure that you comment down in the comment section. I realize enough people now comment and I don't like that. Ensure that you comment. Leave a nice comment for me. Tell me about what you want to see next. Tell me any topic that you are interested in me talking about. And you know, anything you want to see, anything you want to see, just comment it down in the comment section. And as I said before, I'll be having a giveaway soon in July. We're gonna have a giveaway, so please stay tuned to that. Ensure that you share the channel around with your friends, because that just might determine if you win the giveaway, right? So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed your Sunday. Yes, I'm filming on Sunday. I hope that you enjoyed your Sunday, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.